This is just kind of like a short video about Kine, this guy I've been looking into. He's invited me to his voice twice now. He's quite a peculiar fellow. I'm just gonna like rattle off random details until I go on a rant, because that's how it goes. That's how it goes around here. You hear that, partner? Um, so Kine seems to be a doctor. I don't think he's like a real doctor with like a PhD. I have a feeling he was kind of just like a random that the rebels found and like took off the streets. Not took off the streets, but just kind of picked him up. They're like, "Hey man, you can shove this guy's guts back into his stomach, right? You can do that for us." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, buddies," and he got good at that. And it does. I have a feeling like that's the story. um I don't know. He doesn't give off like PhD doctor vibes. Um so very interesting fellow. The mechanicals, why are they doing this? Like they're just doing this for the funsies. Cause the drones they make out of human abominations. Um Rabbit, stage one, isn't aggressive. And Kine said until it was about stage five or above stage four, they weren't sentient. Um, and it seems it can be used for violence, but they're kind of just glass cannons. You know, glass cannons. They attack anything probably. Um, so it's very peculiar. Um, why the mechanicals are doing this? Like they're presumed to be a very smart but unfamiliar with humans race. So it's like, why are you doing this, buddy? Wouldn't you have like experience making things all messed up and weird? It's really hard not swearing. I swear too much. Um, but yeah, something interesting. There's so many games. There's so many games. I'm not even sure I got to the final game. Um, Cause I look at this void coral's profile and like, if a game has a place under it, It'll look like a duplicate of the game in your inventory. Um, so I look at this void coral guy's profile and I look at his inventory. He's got like, I don't know, probably like 40 or so places, and I only got to like 8 probably. I would say it's safe to guess that I went to like 8 or 10. Um so it's certainly unique. This guy seems to have been working on it for a very long time. Joined it's 2021. I'm not sure if this is like a reused account or not, but whoa, what the fuck? What? Wait, there was like 40 games, and mind you, this isn't just places. These are all duplicates of his starting place. So this means they are places under that game. That has to be done like on purpose. That is, you have to go out of your way to do that. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Um so yeah, very peculiar fellow. Um Kine is an interesting fellow. Um when I'm playing as Roland, I notice my southern accent kind of rubbed off on him. He doesn't do like the same like, oh, I end words oddly, but he'll like he'll like imitate how a southern guy speaks. It's so funny. It's so funny to me. um, what else is there to mention? This guy's he recently got in like this giant shadow creature. I want to guess it's like 1.5 Roblox install, like that tall, pitch black. And it's got a long head. I think that's funny. Um, and he's like, well, I'd like to dissect it, but I don't have any surgical supplies. So it seems the current situation is that this is like a new bunker that the rebels have created. Um, very interesting. Very interesting. It, it, I do wonder how has he gone along this far as like a medic or something with zero supplies. This guy's number one trooper. Um, Other notes I will add later. So stopped hitting my mic. First of all, I listened to that audio. It's staying in. You're gonna have to suffer through me hitting my mic. I realized I hit it too much. I just kind of fidget with it because that's what I do. Um, but yeah. So what just generally what happened in the games? So kind of was like, okay, well the tour is over. Go to Sector 1 by voidcorel. Go there, boy. Go be my scout. Um, so I go there, and so I start off in this really shoddy apartment. Really shoddy, like cockroaches and mold. It's probably meat, living meat, probably. Um, and I go to the bathroom and I look at the mirror and I punch it and I look to my left after a loud sound plays and I see a reference, not just a reference, but a quote from Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I found that cool. And they have a lot of text at the very start about like, oh, humans are evil. Everything is evil. Emotions are evil. We are not free. And then I just like leave, and then that happens, and I'm just kind of like wandering around in a really rusty city. It is so rusty. For God's sake. Somebody save this metal. I'm getting tetanus from breathing. Kind of rusty. You can see this in my video where I'm just walking around the game. And I had to break down a lot of bars. I probably did that like bare-fisted. Please, somebody give me a tetanus shot. I need a tetanus shot like right now. Um, so yeah, that. So I'm walking around. There wasn't a lot to know. They have really good lighting. They're really good at that. I gotta give it to them. Um, I'm walking around. I don't see a lot, but you can kind of tell that it's lived in, but whoever is living in it is not taking care of it, considering the fact it's just like covered in rust. It's a rundown, but like I feel like there's something in there, probably mechanicals. So not a lot happens, just wandering. Um, and then I start getting outside. I get out of like the main sector area, so I'm like in this triangular tunnel, and it seems sandy from my memory, but there's also a lot of junk. Um, so I just keep walking, and then giant pyramid rises from the waist, and he lifts me up with his eyeballs, his two horizontal, is it horizontal? Vertical eyeballs, and it's like, your life doesn't matter, boy, but it's pointless to tell you that. So, I tell him to shut up, and I kept walking, and then I got outside, and I got to this giant desert area. There was like either like some sort of volcano or a hill was just like on fire. But anyways, so I find this giant spiral thing, and it goes up, and then there's a button there. So I push the button, and I get out, and there's a big flooded area, and then there's like a little giant meat fetus. Yeah, he was pretty good. He was like, oh, what am I? I hate being a human. What am I? What am I? And I just walk away. I don't answer him. And then not really much happens. And then like time skip by like 10 minutes. And I'm walking along the train tracks. There are tanks. There's tanks, so they're at war. I'm not sure if those are rebel tanks or mechanical tanks. based on the fact that Kine said the rebels are cooking up like a giant cannon that you can hear through the entire wasteland, I'm gonna assume the rebels are doing pretty good, so it's probably their tanks. Also, tanks aren't alien. Um, so yeah, that's happening. So I just go back inside, and then I go into this little maintenance tunnel. Good lord. Okay, that didn't sound recorded. So, anyways, so what happened? I just end up in like this giant desert. It's dark. There are ships, Titanic-sized ships, just in the desert. It's crazy, right? So I keep walking. I'm trying to figure out where to go, and I fall in this hole. There's this little bale fella, the little lime one, the little bale. The bale are like the little glowing guys that fly around, right? There's this little bale. So I'm looking around. I'm looking around for like a solid 8 minutes, and then I find this little tunnel. And then I go in. There's a ton of lime bales. And then what happens next? So I follow the tunnel, but there's not really much after. I tried looking. There didn't seem to be a door or any way to continue, unless I was blinded by the fact it was really dark. So the start of this clip specifically happened just today. Very interesting. Voidcorel was here, but he was like transparent. Kine could not see the guy. He was just a ghost, following us around. It was very interesting. He was just following us around. One thing to be noted was that Kine, I'm not sure if it's in the blurred part or not, Kine had said it smells very odd now. I'm not sure if he was calling me or Void Coral smelly, but that's there. I assume Void Coral is some very peculiar thing. I feel like it's probably a one of those sentient abominations. It might even be like, what that black thing that Kine got. It's very interesting how he just followed us around the entire time. Even in the other clips after Flintlock joins, he's just like breathing down our neck. It's so peculiar. He's such a specimen.